Welcome back to another video. This will be part 4 on the Element build. Let's get right into it. So right now what I got going on is I'm going to cut this flange off because everything is such a tight clearance that I want to take as much material off as possible. So I'm going to cut this off. This is going to get welded on. And I actually might trim all of this down. I might trim right here, and when it meets the 3-inch, I'm going to trim right here. So I only have like this little transition at this adapter. Because if I put all these together, it's going to be this massive transition, and I don't need all that, especially in this tight little spot here. So if I did just this piece in here, I mean, that's some tight bends to try to get this to meet up with this adapter. And I already know the adapter is going to be sitting, let me grab the other side. So this adapter is going to be sitting just about right here already. So hopefully with trimming everything up, because I could trim this too. Like if you notice my MagnaFlow cat, like I could trim this back. I have like, it's like maybe 5 or 6 inches of straight. I could trim here and just lower this. And this is all because I don't really want to run the flex pipe, and I want to try to keep this cat. My fancy tool holder. Not bad for normal tools.
Ooh, that's hot.
went in my shoe. Definitely not the greatest, but she'll do. Eastwood, if you're watching this, you make some awesome products. I love this stuff. Let me see. Let's go spray it. I got this one part. It was all greasy. It looks like crap. Might as well paint it while I could get to it. So this paint I actually did my subframes when I built this car the first time. And even with all that power steering fluid and the brake fluid and everything else, that coating is still on there. You see I did like my frame rails. This stuff's super nice and very durable too. Thanks, Eastwood. Hope you're watching this. I didn't film it much because I was running around. I had to go to my son's football game. So I was working a little bit in the morning, got my fittings done, and just did a couple other things, and I got my motor in, which, here we go. So everything's sitting, that mount is bolted, that mount is bolted, and the one in the back. So I just have the transmission propped up, but this is what I'm looking at here. So I think I'm just gonna make a 90 degree, since I got space here anyway. So make a 90 degree off of here, take this mount off, and just build my own. So if I did a plate here, use these 2 bolts, did the 90, off the 90, did my mounts for this mount here, did my brackets, and then come up and tie it into here. So you would have 3 points connected to the billet mount. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look more at it tomorrow. I'll make a cardboard template and see how it looks. Because like if I utilize this mount, which it's a nice mount, but I will have to drill a hole in my frame like the original was and weld a nut to the back, because this is boxed in this section. So you have to weld a nut to the back, and then I have to do something to fill this gap up. So I don't know how I would do that, or just use a plate, I don't know, but I would still have to drill a hole in here and weld a nut to the back. If I just utilize these 2 and this one the way the automatic was, which the automatic was way heavier than this guy. I'm able to pick this up by hand. The automatic, I could barely move it. It was so heavy. So I think it would be just fine. So if these 3 points supported that automatic transmission, these 3 points would support the weight of this, without a doubt. You can hear I finished my brake lines. That's what it looks like down there. I did my last 2 lines. Looks good. I pressure tested it. Everything is good, not leaking. I filled it up, brake fluid again. The only thing I gotta do is I still have to bleed my rear lines, and just do once again. I'll just bleed it again just to make sure. Yeah, everything else is good. So now I can actually go underneath the car and start mocking up my exhaust. I don't know if you can see it down there. Yeah, there it is. I'll see where it is here. Hopefully the motor doesn't have to come back out to do all this stuff, but I think I'll be able to get it all done. But that'll be it for today. I'll pick back up tomorrow and see where I get at that point. I'm excited. I just wanted to hear it start. I still have to do my fuel lines. I ran these ones, like I made these ones when I got my fuel row, and I just ended them. I ended them right here. So the one's gonna come up to the original part, which I got to get one of those special AN fittings for this. The ones that I got just doesn't fit right, and it definitely seems like it will leak. But the one line's gonna come to my fuel rail, and then the other one is gonna go. It's actually gonna be a return system now with this fuel rail. So I have an AEM pump. I forget what the liter per hour is. It's like three something, which I know it's not completely efficient for what I have. The injectors I have are 790 something, 795 maybe. They're just cheap ones for now, because like I said, I'm not gonna go crazy just yet. I just want everything to run. I'm gonna enjoy it for a tiny bit, and then probably after winter time I'm gonna get it tuned and everything else. But it definitely looks pretty good. So I'm gonna start trying to make this mount. Now I took the bolt holes out. I'm gonna measure from here to here, and then see the distance to the bolt, and make sure. I'm gonna put a level on here too, just to make sure it's level. And I'm gonna be using 13/16 hot rolled. I was able to get this mount all welded up last night, and I cleaned it up this morning, put it on here, and now I'm gonna make the brackets that attach to the motor. I just did that work and I completely forgot to level my motor. That would have been terrible. I'll be right back. What I'm gonna do is, since my car's up on jack stands and this should be parallel, I'm gonna take my measurement off of this, wherever the ball's at, and I'm gonna have my motor at the same level. So it's a little bit to the left side. My concrete pad might have changed just a little bit, so it could be off. That's why I'd rather go off of here than off of the concrete pad. Like if I put this on the ground, it's just to the one line on the left side. So it has to go up a little bit. Go up a little bit more. And it doesn't seem like me with doing those adjustments, like everything seems to be like nothing's binding up. So this still has adjustment. Like I could still go up higher. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if my template still works. Yeah, now I'm off right here on this side. I'm a little off. Looks good for me. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm probably just going to add a support from here to the other side just so this won't ever get out of whack. put a little Honda bond on the bolt, put it through, and got exactly where I need it. All done. I just painted in the Eastwood paint, but I was gonna do a bracket from here and tie it in and tie it into the upper bolt, but it seems pretty solid the way it is right now. If it does crack or give me any problems, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm just gonna build off of here. I'm just gonna angle it up and go into that last point here, and then I think it would be super strong to hold anything. But yeah, keep moving forward. Now the only thing that I have to do is get the exhaust done. Like, that's gonna be another pain in the butt thing. But other than that, like, it's all just plugging everything up. I have all my intercooler stuff, which I didn't mock up yet. That shouldn't be hard. And we'll see what happens. I'm getting excited about a first start. My axles come in on Wednesday. It is Monday right now. Well, we'll see what happens when I get them in. Maybe if I put my axles in, I can fill the oil and plug the ECU and stuff in. Maybe even hear it start. At least try to start. Pulled my fuel pump out. Super easy to get to if you have an Element. It's actually easy to, you just pop this cover off. And then there's two covers that go around the back of the seat. They just pop off with clips. Now, I did both sides, and I have a cooler that I bought. So that was actually getting in the way, because that actually goes past the carpet. So I had to pick that up and fish the carpet out from under it. But if you do both sides, you could just fold it and tuck it under your seat. Easy access. Super simple. Now, I have this pump. This is the pump I went with. There's the part number. 340 liters per hour. 40 psi. For now, like, this is all just to get this up and running, and I don't want to starve it from fuel at all. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be running a crazy amount of boost, not yet anyway, but in the future I'll probably upgrade this to an external, flow a little bit better. This is where you get in there. This is the old pump. Looks like it definitely could have been changed. The filter looks like not in the best shape, and there was sediment in the canister too. I'm gonna clean all that out. Let's go. Let's get this thing installed. Trying to get this little guy onto there. Very, very difficult. Pretty soon it's not going on there. That thing sucked. I might just keep this one for now and modify it later. And I'll just run my own hose down to the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but if I rest the nut in there, it's like, it's locked on all these webbing. Record much today, but I got a lot done. I did all my lines, so that's my brake booster line. I did my heater core lines. Those are all done. My shift linkage is all in. Throttle cable's on. I put the battery box here, ran the battery cables. The ECU cables, their whole engine harness, I put through the firewall. I put the heat sleeves just to protect it from when I have the exhaust come in. It's gonna come pretty close to it. Ran my return line. You can see it here. So that goes all the way underneath. I have it all right here. This fitting right here, I was just gonna do a straight to here, but like this plate, I don't know if you could see it, it's like has this indentation here. So when I had a straight on here, it was hitting that spot. So like right here it like clears, but if I did the straight, it would hit that one little spot on here. So I want to see how this does. I don't think it would give me a problem because this is only the return line. So with me dropping it down, like using this U-bend, I was able to just drop this a little lower. I don't know if you can see that. I just dropped it a little bit lower so it clears that little ring there. So that's all nice and neat, done. Clutch is done, the gas pedal's done, brakes are done. feels good. The shifter feels good. Goes through all the gears real nice. I'm not gonna put anything together until I do first start, just to make sure that this is good before I put everything back together and I have to tear it all back apart again. Ugh. The only thing I'm waiting for, and it's coming in tomorrow, I have my axles coming in tomorrow, and I have these 2 bolts because I had to measure for them, and then the spacer that goes in between the rail and the manifold. So this little spacer, I think it's like 1.5 inches space there. So I'm waiting for those 2, then I could tighten all these lines up, and I could run my I gotta run my boost controller. I just have a manual boost controller because, like I said, it's not going to go for a crazy amount of boost. I'm just going to keep it down for the most part. Oh, and I have to order a 5/8 line for here to the bottom here. The one that came in the kit was too short. I don't know if the RSX or whatever other Honda runs their power steering like down lower, or maybe they have a hard line or something. I don't know, but mine's too short. I mean, it's no big deal. I used all mine. This is all I have left of my 5/8 on my heater core line. I routed them nice and wide. Like, I actually came really far down this way. You can see them are all looped around. I just want to make sure there was enough room and as away from the heat as possible from the turbo and the exhaust. Oh, leave me a comment. What do you think? What do you think so far? It's definitely going to be a ripper. That's for sure. I'm going to end this video here. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in, what is it, part 5 coming next time. Later.